Savage Mode 2 by 21 Savage, produced entirely by Metro Boomin, with a little bit of guest production here and there. It is 15 songs, 44 minutes long, also with some narration by Morgan Freeman.
And it was hilarious hearing Morgan Freeman say, "But a rat? It's a fucking rat." It's hilarious. But we'll get into that anyways. So you know our deep love of 21 Savage.
More even above this, our deep love, surprising love for the 2018 trap release Without Warning, featuring 21 Savage, Metro Boomin, Offset, and
2017.
2017.
2017 of Without Warning, which is... That and I Am Greater Than I Was are my two favorite trap albums. Hands down. Hands down. I think it was September 17. Let's see if my memory serves correctly.
I always just confuse. I always confuse 17 and 18, especially in the context of doing this podcast.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Anyways, so you know how much that's what turned me on to trap and actually made me listen to it and really appreciate it for more what it was. Anyways, Savage Mode 2. This is 21's first full-length album since I Am Greater Than I Was, so almost 2 years. That's good for a trap artist because we like long variations between. That's also another reason why we like him so much, because usually he just does maybe a couple features a year and that's it, and then does an album every like a year and a half, 2 years at most. So yeah. Anyways, starts off with a little intro where it's just literally an intro going on, just like setting up the
Morgan
album.
Freeman just kind of talking about the idea.
Which was hilarious because I just hear Morgan Freeman voice. I'm like, they got Morgan Freeman to do Savage Mode 2. Fucking gangster.
Absolutely.
And then it goes into a run in which, love the production on that song.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is perfect going into it. The little thing, do that just goes on throughout the song. It's just heavy beats, 21's on flow, just going on perfect form, going straight through it.
In order to perfectly really appreciate the song running and understanding it, you have to realize that Savage Mode 1 was basically one of the last mixtapes released by 21 Savage before he really blew up. Yeah, before he really blew up, because this album came out right after that.
Oh yeah,
and so with Savage Mode, you almost have this, and we talk about this with rappers a little bit, but I'll bring it up again, where when rappers are just coming up like Vince Staples and all this stuff, you have almost like a different era of them, where they're kind of learning the bars, learning the ropes and things, but you often get something that's more raw, more dirty, more uncut, something that a little bit gets filtered out once they grow. But in order to really understand running, you have to realize, okay, this is the sequel to something that came out 4 years ago. 21 Savage is a completely different person by then, any now, bruv, since that happened. Metro Boomin's coming on to produce it too. He's done great with 21 Savage and a lot of trap artists, and he on his own in the past several years has done great with production on his own, expanding with the likes of James Blake,
The
Weeknd, Travis Scott, so many other artists. And then so Runnin' serves justice for being the song you want to hear if you understand all of that hype.
Yeah.
That's the song you want to hear immediately.
And it just boom, good, and it just sucks you straight into the album and like, shit, all right, they are not playing around right now.
Yes, which was good. The rest of the album, the rest of the project, I think was a little bit more on shaky ground, but we can go through it.
Yeah, there was some really good tracks in here. There's some other ones that were kind of meh per se, but as Glock in My Lap that came right after that is one of my more meh songs. It's a decent song for sure. I like it, but it's right after Running, it was kind of just lulled a little bit, and then right after that, Mr. Right Now with Drake, really good song. I hate Drake.
Really?
But I actually like this song a lot. It's just the one thing that does bother me throughout the album, 21's got to stop saying pussy every 24 seconds because I just, after a while, made me a little uncomfortable. I was like, all right. I forget which song it was. Just like, pussy, 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 pussy. I'm like...
I mean, he does it for Runnin', and I think he does it for...
There's a song where it just opened up with that. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Runnin', because he kind of starts and ends with that, too.
Oh, okay.
So it's really good. It's either Runnin' or Sliding, one of those. But, Mr. Right Now is an interesting one, because it's, almost... R&B mode 21 Savage, which we've seen for a while, and I Am Greater Than I Was is an excellent example of a lot of that happening. I can't fully take it as seriously as I can, seriously, Drake when he does it, because he's more seriously about R&B all the time.
Yeah.
But still, even Drake in this lyric is ridiculous.
It's just funny where it's I'm a savage, but I fuck her to a slow song. When 21 does it, you can believe it. When Drake does it, it sounds like he's a little kid in a candy store. I can do it too. I can do it too, big brother. I'm like fucking A. He just sounds like such a sad boy on that part, and it made me laugh. But the production is great. Little chimes at the beginning, the everything. Really love 21's part with Drake. It's just every time makes me laugh. But I do enjoy that song a lot.
Yeah. That's very good. You go into rich nigga shit with Young Thug and
By the way,
21
the
Savage.
ending of Mr. Right goes. There's a little vocal that goes on, and it's just hilarious. And it goes right into.
It goes into
Right.
rich nigga shit. It's got this, it's a vocal. It's hilarious. You'll get it. There's like some transitionary things that go into the album. And I think a lot of those things that were added for the album don't really make it much more cohesive. If anything, it's just like added on flair. Like, oh, we got Morgan Freeman because we're at the point in the career we could do that. Like, yeah. But yeah, you kind of go into there. This is where I started being like, no, I don't want this album to start to lose me.
No,
but it
because
started to.
this is the one song I did not like on the album. Really, was the one with the Young Thug. It's okay, but just out of all of them, that felt like the weakest link to me because it just production was great and everything, but just it slowed it down so much was the issue to where it was just a little too much. But then nice thing is sliding is right over that, and that was like okay, gets you into that song a little bit more.
It's tried and true 21 Savage.
Yes.
Never forget the lyric.
Hold on, Draco Brown looked like peanut butter.
No. It's
Oh no.
it's we keep shot on the street. They're gonna put on the bar.
Uh-oh.
Y'all niggas talking on pillows. All my Glocks got dillos.
I
I had to pause every time I've heard that song, which has now been 4 times. I had to pause, go into Genius, and go, did I really just hear that?
Yeah.
And it's like one of those moments where I go like, 21's one of the best, dude.
It's just hilarious.
It doesn't sound like it's like that like groundbreaking or hilarious or like amazing or hilarious out of context, but like 21 Savage's delivery is incredible.
Oh,
the fact that like in the other and then the rest of the album he's talking about some really hard shit and then throws in these jokes in here like dude's a comedian. You have to respect the writing on that. You have to just respect the writing on that. Y'all niggas corny Frito. Damn. So like you at least have like this is one of those weird moments we haven't had a lot in trap music, but like we talk about this with albums sometimes where like even where it falls, it's not terrible. It's just like not living up to the greatness that like I know they can do. Which is like Sliding's a good example of this. Same with Many Men.
I like the Many Men because of it has like almost that little really high pitched beat of like early hip hop days. There's 2 songs, Many Men, and then another one down the line. I can't think of it right now. That also does kind of like almost Eazy-E inspired sounds.
Yeah,
we go into that. It's good. I liked Snitches and Rats interlude going into Snitches and Rats.
Because this is Morgan Freeman. Cause the parts of the album where like Morgan Freeman's talking about trap shit are just like gold.
It's just funny because it's just I just love it. And then Stitches and Rats is hilarious.
I was hoping so. Like here's the thing I have with the production.
It's just boring. Is the only problem.
I was hoping the build up and the song and the name of it would be better, and what we ended up getting was 21 Savage essentially creating a nursery rhyme. Like we know we can do better.
That's the only thing. Like the lyrics in there is really good because it's like it's like 2 brothers. We call them Siamese rats.
Yeah.
It's like the lyrics and everything else is great, but it's straight lined right here. That's it for that song.
Like I expect it to be kind of like the crux, like the main like thing I liked about the album. Good thing that came 2 songs later with Steppin' on Niggas.
Yeah, there we go.
That's ridiculous.
This is the one that sounds like Eazy-E inspired. We're just like you're in a
right.
lowrider in the middle of Carson, just like blasting that shit, and just raunchiness is happening. You have chicks twerking out on the side of the car. Yeah, that's everything.
No, this is like 1999 to 2001 hip hop music, like Outkast, like because like
mystical.
Yeah, no,
It's just like this what reminded me of too.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is like most deaf porn Cristal and a stripper's ass in the corner. Like this is that kind of rap.
He's doing his fat booty porn.
Literally, like it's one of those classic songs, like right there. And let's talk about Metro Boomin's production a little bit. Good on him. He's got a lot of range.
God, he's really really good producer.
Continues to improve. Continues to be great. Definitely the best trap producer in the game.
100%.
Yeah.
No one's close.
Yeah, because he can actually do things that aren't trap very well too.
And then brand new Draco.
Also very good.
Draco Brown, look that peanut butter. I love that line so much.
Yeah, the album sort of like lands nicely, a little bumpy, but lands nicely. No Hop Left Behind just continues the momentum, and then Rip Love said and done.
Rip Love is just that's a heart puller, man. That's one of those like Pride and Prude 21 Savage songs where it just like rips out your heartstrings. It's like a couple of ones on It's the Album too, where you're just like, damn man, that just hurts. That's Rip Love is a deep song.
because like there's a lot of 21 Savage just like sort of definitely glorifying the street life and the gang life and all that stuff, but this is actually confronting the trauma of all that.
There was a song, I forget which one it was, that he was talking about. He's like, maybe I'm from across the sea, but I'm definitely from the hood or something like that. Right, so it's like talking about him being born in England and doing this stuff with ice and everything when it was here too. I forgot which track that was, but that was another thing I heard in the lyrics. Overall, said and done, was a good ender too, because it was landed the album perfectly. I think because in the middle there was some turbulence, but then towards the end it really picked up and it ended quite well, I should say. Yeah. Overall, I enjoyed this album a lot.
It's a good collection of songs that almost work together.
Yeah, it's what was I gonna say? I don't think it's my favorite trap album of the year. I still think Meg Thee Stallion's album or drop, whatever you want to call it, is still probably my favorite so far. But this one has some of my favorite tracks. Because there's like maybe 3 or 4 that if they did them a little bit differently, I think this would have been just knocked it out of the park. But it was so close. Yeah. Which is the hard thing. It was like, damn, like this could have been another Without Warning, or it could have been I Am Great or Was. It's that close, but it's just a little bit off. But
if anything, I feel like 21 Savage more or less nailed it with this album. Metro Boomin did very good. That means you said he did like very good with it. Mm-hmm. But I think Metro Boomin was trying to do a lot more of creative things.
He was experimenting a lot, doing different stuff.
Yeah, and 21 Savage is definitely going to allow that because he understands the musicality of it and he'll roll with it too. I think some of them were like more misses than hits, but I'd rather have like Metro Boomin and 21 Savage try something that doesn't totally work out well than Metro Boomin and 21 Savage try something that like sounds like Without Warning.
Exactly. Like we don't want that. We want what I was always saying on this podcast is push music forward and stuff. So
we want original gangsta Morgan Freeman.
Oh my God, yes. make that the cover of make that the Instagram post to Audioface, please. I will use that.
Arbitrary scale this week. We are using the Ghanaian pallbearers because we're absolute degenerates.
This is like a solid 8 pallbearers to me. Like this is like
you have the Dodge. You have the morgue version of the Dodge Challenger where they have it's a little bit extended, so you can put the casket there. You got spinners on the bitch. You got everything.
And whenever it hits curbs, you got to go at like 0.5 miles an hour just to get over, so you don't scrape the entire car.
You decided to put 24-inch rims on a Dodge Challenger.
You have you have like a millimeter width of tire on the sides.
Looking at your tire like an iPhone. Look, no bezel.
Stupid.